Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Estate Empire. This week I dove right into building a brand new grid system which will be helpful in building new buildings and procedurally generating roads and that sort of thing. So right here I've just completed my first attempt at building the grid, and you can kind of see all the numbers as far as their coordinates go. So with the grid complete, the next thing I needed to build was my roads. And so right here in Blender, I'm building a bunch of my road prefabs in all of its different variants, from corners to T-intersections and that sort of thing. For each normal road, I also made a different variant which had a line dividing through it, and this will be helpful for dividing the board game into different quadrants later down the road. After doing a bunch of coding and figuring out how to make this placement of the roads, I finally got it working where every time I place a road prefab, it'll automatically pick the correct one depending on its neighbors, what's adjacent to it and that sort of thing. So this is working very smoothly and I'm really happy with it. So I think I'm going to move on and go on to the next step, which is painting my map. So the cool part about this new system that I made is that the program will be able to read PNG images like I'm creating here, and for every black square that I've painted, it'll determine what is a black square and then paint a road in the new map. So I'm able to quickly make a bunch of new maps this way, and that'll be for some nice variation later on where random maps will just automatically be picked. So map creation will be a lot easier than the way I was doing it before, which was all just like hand painted, hand placing roads and trees and that sort of thing, and that was getting really tedious. So I'm really happy with this new process that I've built, and it's going to be a lot easier. So after finishing painting my map, I uploaded it into my program and had it auto-read it, and this is the result, which is pretty good. I'm really happy with it, although some of the lines are being determined in a wrong way, but that'll quickly be fixed through some coding and creating a couple new prefabs that I forgot to make in the first place. One of the next things I wanted my program to determine, which is all the squares that are adjacent to roads, to highlight in green, so that way I can create a list of all those squares and auto-populate them with houses, somewhat randomly or placed if I so choose. So now with the new roads in place, I built this new hammer icon in the lower left that pops up this menu with all the different types of houses you can build, which is really helpful so that later in the game you can pick between a lot of different types of houses. Most of them will just be visual, but you'll have that power to select them and build them wherever you so choose. So this new system will allow players to purchase plots of land that are empty and build whatever they want, which is really exciting and allows the player to really develop their strategy and choose where they want to build. This system will also allow me in the future to be able to build different types of buildings, like maybe a school or a fire department or that sort of thing. And because it's a grid system, I can have the computer select different areas and build something brand new, which could change the way the game is played later on and could change where people want to build and where to invest their assets. So this is as far as I've gotten right now. Hopefully next week I'll have the click placement of each of these buildings done, which will be really cool to see. So that pretty much wraps up this video. Thank you all for tuning in and watching this new series of developments that I'm doing. Next Friday, hopefully I'll have another video out for you, and we'll see how far I get with Estate Empires. If you really liked the video, I appreciate a like, and if you want, leave a comment. I'd love to start a conversation about this game. With that, have a good one!